Every business has an ambition. PayPal Open is the platform designed to help you grow into yours. With business loans so you can expand and access to hundreds of millions of PayPal customers worldwide. And your customers can pay all the ways they want with PayPal, Venmo, Pay Later, and all major cards, so you can focus on scaling up. When it's time to get growing, there's one platform for all business. PayPal Open. Grow today at paypalopen.com. Loans subject to approval in available locations.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Don't leap into freedom just to land in fear. Build your runway first.
Educate, empower, enable, impact. Thank you for tuning in to That Will Never Work, an award-winning podcast where we share inspiring information and personal experiences related to business and the entrepreneurial journey from those who are leaders in their respective field. Now, here's your host, author and business coach, Maurice.
Hey everybody, how are you today? So, here is something that I would like for you to consider. We're talking about the financial space, right? And as you're looking to move forward with your creation and you are building up this bucket, here's some things I would like for you to consider. That, and I said to you, about keeping in a previous episode about ensuring that you can keep up that bucket of what you're bringing in anywhere between 6 to 12 months before you really even consider about leaving your 9 to 5. But even in addition to that, are you able to keep 3 to 6 months of living expenses? This is number one, in the bank. And we need to know that, and we need to understand that, because sometimes we look at the money and we say, hey, we have it, and we'll spend it. Listen, I did that in corporate America, and I was living check to check. I was spending it on things that just didn't matter, things that was weird. And what I mean by that is, when I say weird, let me elaborate. At one particular time, I was buying DVDs, movies. At one particular time, and I don't know how many of you, still are buying DVDs, but I was doing it at least every paycheck, every 2 weeks. And my wife would get furious at me because we would go into the store and, Maurice, we don't have enough money. But I'm saying to her that, hey, I need something to help me calm down. She's like, do you have to buy it? Can you rent it at that particular time? And I was saying to her I couldn't, or I needed a way to break down. She said, well, we just bought a movie 2 weeks ago. How many times have you even watched that movie? I watched it once, but you bought more than one at that particular time. Have you watched all 3? No, I watched 2. I didn't have the time to watch the 3rd. But this movie just came out, and I'm really hype about this one. So, are you able to keep your money in check? Are you able to stash away money for your living expenses? Are you able to say, this month, when I look in the bank, if my bills are $2,000 a month, and you multiply that by 3. So the way I look at it is that I need to have a minimum of 6,000. I would prefer 8,000. And if you're looking, and that can possibly give you 4 months. But if you get to 6, being $12,000 or more, that gives you your 6 months, maybe less, because again, are you paying attention to your actual spending habits? Because a lot of times we look at this situation and we're like, hey, we have this amount of money, but are you spending incorrectly? That's not even first of all, allowing you to even put that money in the bank and save as much as you could or as fast as you could or should. And now also in that you're using credit cards or whatever it is, and now you're reducing your credit, available resources. And so the other part of understanding these monthly expenses is also reducing any other type of debt you may have. Because in all reality, you're going to have to plan for moments when it's slow. So I could speak from a perspective of just doing flyers, any type of advertising, especially for churches. What I have seen is that I'll have a lot of, and I'll use it from a calendar, January to December perspective. So January to March, or mid-March, I would say late February to early March, it'll be very slow. It starts to pick up in the beginning of March, mid-March, leading all the way up to mid-May, early June, and it will pick up steady. And then summertime, because I did all the flyers and everything for the summer, spring and summer, and now it's summertime, there's a lull because everybody's on vacations. They have other priorities, things going on. At the very end of summer, somewhere around late August, early September, it picks up again. And then there's a dramatic drop, literally like a dramatic drop, mid-October. And then I don't hear from anybody again until the following March. So have you been able to put together enough money to save in those places of drought? And sometimes you won't know that until you have more than a year within your organization. I had to learn that over a period of time. I didn't think that it was going to drop that drastically and that often in the very beginning. But then doing that for a while and understanding that here's where it ebbs and flows, how the church season kind of flows. And for me, it didn't matter what denomination, what religion. It just seemed like that was the season because you had a whole lot of things in spring. You had a whole lot of things early summer, early fall, and then the holiday season. But everybody had a lot of their flyers and stuff done early for the holiday season. And then it drops off because now everybody's taking a break or whatever it is. So I just would like for you to understand your business and understand the seasons. Because that I'm using the church perspective, but even in some corporate settings, it's very similar. You are putting things out there when the weather is nice. You're not anticipating bad weather, i.e. for where we are in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. You're not worried about the snow. In certain other places, you may not be worried about the hurricanes. Like you have to schedule yourself around hurricane season or tornado season. And I hear that because based off of my brother and where he lives in Arkansas. So I hear certain situations of what people are concerned about when it comes to weather. Also, you're concerned about when the sun sets. So do you want to have your senior population or those that are a little nervous about coming outside? So you have to put yourself in a position where the slower seasons, you're not in a panic-driven space. So why does all this matter? It matters because peace of mind gives you freedom to focus on growing and not just surviving. So save, pay attention to the season of how things are going, and reduce your debt. These are just some few pointers or ideas that I would like for you to consider as you're growing your business and how you should look at your finances. Now, I'm not an accountant, so I would also talk to you, express to you to talk an accountant or whoever it is that does your finances. I'm not a financial guru or anything along those lines. I'm just explaining to you my own challenges and why I wasn't able to put any money to the side. So I would like for you to consider that. Again, peace of mind gives you freedom to focus on growing and not just surviving. And hope each and every one of you will love to grow. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for listening. Follow Maurice Chisholm on social media to stay connected and check back weekly for new episodes. Until next time, that will never work. Or will it?
Every business has an ambition. PayPal Open is the platform designed to help you grow into yours. With business loans so you can expand and access to hundreds of millions of PayPal customers worldwide. And your customers can pay all the ways they want with PayPal, Venmo, Pay Later, and all major cards, so you can focus on scaling up. When it's time to get growing, there's one platform for all business. PayPal Open. Grow today at paypalopen.com. Loans subject to approval in available locations.